What's up, my people? Johnny Lee Reinoso here. Yes, JLR. Hope you're doing well. I want to talk to you about something that is important. I want to talk to you about something that I know many of us, many of you are going through right now. This whole notion that 2020, I guarantee when you started off the year, you had all of these, I'm going to do this amount in business. I'm going to close these many deals. I'm on my way to do all this good stuff. And all of a sudden, boom, we got hit with this thing called COVID-19, the China virus, whatever we want to call it. We got hit with it. It affected many businesses, many industries, small businesses, including myself, other businesses. I have friends that own restaurants, that own catering businesses, personal training businesses, gyms, and they're all affected. Everyone's affected. People who sell cars, people who sell, I think, insurance and mortgages. My buddies who are in insurance and mortgages, they're doing very well, right? In real estate as well. They're still killing it. But anyways, for the most part, many people have been dealing with a tremendous amount of challenges, difficulty, lack of earnings, lack of sales, lack of prospects, lack of, okay? What we don't have is lack of negative news, okay? Lack of COVID-19 is gonna kill everyone. That's what we have enough of that. But we have lack of business, we have lack of prospects, lack of deals, right? So I'm here to speak to you and to those folks who actually are still out there trying to grind through this. For those who have pivoted their business and maybe have found a way to repackage, repurpose their solution and their product and offerings to better speak to the environment that they're in today, okay? I'm here to speak to you and to those who are still trying to muscle it through what it is that they, offer in service, because at the end of the day, if you can pitch it differently, if you can speak to it and you have a desire to win, you will find some opportunity, okay? You will close some deals because there are folks out there that are still willing to buy and still willing to spend and still willing to invest because they can see the light, the little light at the end of the tunnel when we come out of this. At the end of the day, for companies that are out there and individuals who are looking to invest in themselves or invest in their company, if they're not planning on dying and they're going to survive and they want and they have this desire to survive, which I hope we all do, right? We all have an obligation to want to live and win. Then we should be focusing on investing in ourselves and investing in our business, right? So this is for everybody who is out there and selling and ultimately recognizing that they're going through some challenging times. So let's get started.
I'm Johnny Lee Reinoso, and this is Don't Admire, Acquire.
Are you a sweaty palm salesman? That's what this is all about right here, right now. Are you a sweaty palm salesman? I mean, think about it for a second. Have you been affected by COVID-19? I asked this before, and let's say the answer is yes. Okay, so it's affected your business. Maybe you're used to having, 10 sales calls a week, okay, with some semi-qualified prospects, and now you're down to 2, right? I know some folks that actually were used to having about 5 really good qualified sales leads a day that they would actually have a chance to speak to them, to their buyer, and try to sell them services. And now they're down to about 1 a week. Okay? So are you one of those? And if your business has been affected and there has been a reduction in overall opportunities, right, and the generation of opportunities, then we as humans, we tend to get what? Desperate, right? We get desperate. We get desperate because I have to make it work. Because I have to. I cannot not. I have to. I have to figure it out. So we immediately, naturally, our body, our minds, our actions quickly default to a state of emergency, a state of desperation, a state of I have to do everything I possibly can in order to make sure that this one opportunity or these 2 opportunities that I have in front of me, that I actually bring it home. Why? Because again, we have this crazy amount of fear and uncertainty that's overpowering our beliefs that this is it. It's doomsday. This is it. These are the only prospects you have. You're not going to get any more. You either close them or you're done. You either close them or you're not eating. You either close them or you're never going to get another prospect anymore. For some reason, that's our immediate go-to with our mindset. So then we kick in the all of the actions that are needed in order for us to figure out a way to survive, right? And in this case, when it comes to sales, surviving means closing a deal, right? Many times it just means getting the deal closed. So I want to break it down because what's important is to make sure, how do we catch ourselves if we're actually falling into that characteristic, into that persona of being a sweaty palm salesman, a sweaty palm salesperson. What are the actions, activities, and behaviors that we're starting to do and have that we can catch ourselves and say, wait a minute here, Johnny, pause for a second. Okay, they haven't even asked for the deal yet, or they haven't even asked for pricing yet, and you're already throwing out 30% off. Holy, come on, what are we doing here, Johnny boy? Slow down, right? So let's think about this. So number one, when we become sweaty palm salesmen, we tend to chase every single thing that moves. Any lead that comes in, not even qualified, okay, we tend to put all the resources behind it. Oh, we got an interested person. They put something in the internet. They're interested. Let's go. Tommy, work on this report. Lisa, do this. Steve, do that. Okay, get me ready. Oh, yes, we're going to do this. And the person's not even qualified yet. I'm not saying you don't put your best foot forward, but let's be true to the process. Is that person qualified? Is the prospect qualified? Is the account qualified? Does this person even have the level of responsibility and capability to write a check? Are they a buyer or are they just an influencer? Are they a buyer or are they a technical user? Are they a buyer or are they just a see more, let me see more executive or a see more person just shopping around trying to see more information, but they're not necessarily a buyer yet? So we got to pause for a second and recognize we got to be true to this. So catch yourself. Catch yourself if you're what? If you're assuming that everything that's walking and anyone that even shows a slight bit of interest, that all of a sudden it's an opportunity we got to close. No. Number two, stop being a yes person. Now, what do I mean by being a yes person? I mean, when you're on the phone speaking to someone, you're speaking to a prospect, right? You're having a mutual dialogue. It's great. You're understanding their needs. They get your features and benefits. You understand how you could improve their current situation or their business. They understand how your software, your technology, or your service could actually impact their business as well. And there's this nice, healthy dialogue happening back and forth. And now it's time for next steps. And you start to look and identify, okay, how do we go ahead and now get this prospect to the next steps? And instead what you do, which I've seen already, especially in Zoom, it becomes very easy. And when we don't have a hefty calendar, right away we go into this thing. You know what, Lisa? I have extra time. Would you like to continue? No, you're not going to continue. You need to pause for a second. Better yet, Steve, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the time here today. I love the fact that we have a great understanding of what it is you're looking to accomplish, and you can see how we can be of service to you, and you're getting all the, when would you like to meet next week? Well, I like to do it on Monday at 1 o'clock. And right away, yes. Or, well, I want to do it on Tuesday at 11. Right away, yes. Or can we do it at 7:30 in the morning on Thursday? Right away, yes. I'm not saying that you can't be client-centric. I'm not saying not to be customer service oriented. What I'm saying is create a level of understanding. Give your prospect the understanding that you're busy, that you have things happening, even if you don't. Give them an understanding that your calendar is actually committed. And that you find that their challenge, their need, and their desire to get together soon is so important to you because you want to help them out, that you're willing to make a couple adjustments on your calendar to make it work. You see what I'm saying here, folks? You need to make sure you stop becoming that yes, I'm available. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm wide open. Yeah. No, you need to be busy and you need to come across busy. Okay, create that understanding so that you can give that prospect, your potential client, the idea, the perception that you're tied up. Because people want to work with people who are busy. People want to buy from people who are certain. People want to buy from people who are succeeding, right? Point number 3, stop rushing. Stop rushing through the conversation. Stop rushing through. We feel like, oh my goodness, this is my only shot. The person is talking. I need to quickly reply. I'm not listening. I'm just getting ready for him to shut up. It's like boom, reply back right away. Boom, reply back right away with information, thinking that I need to shove features and benefits before this person says they have to hang up the phone and I lose the opportunity to close more or to win this prospect over. No. Shush. Relax. Listen, understand, listen to understand. Don't listen to reply. Listen to understand and empathize, right? Don't rush. Stay true to who you are as a professional and true to who you are as a sales leader when you're trying to articulate value, when you're trying to understand their needs. Number 4, too much talking. Kind of goes hand in hand with point number 3 with the rushing. Too much talking. Remember, you all heard this. I'll repeat it again. Many a times we need to hear things over and over again to let it sink in. So hopefully this will sink in now as well. Remember, telling is not selling. Telling is not selling. So don't talk too much. Listen more, okay? Ask great questions and gather the intelligence that is needed in order for you to regurgitate it, repeat it back with confidence that you understand what they're dealing with and how you could be of service to them. Number 5, stop giving out your friends and family discount, okay? Stop. You cannot just go around and start flashing these friends and family coupons to every prospect you talk to just because you're so desperate to get a deal through the pipeline, okay? You're giving away fantastic margin and opportunity. And remember, you might even lose the deal. You might even lose the deal because the whole concept, I'm somebody like this. When somebody tries to sell me something and I see that the value is, recently I was on the market, for instance, for a new piece of equipment for a podcast. Okay, so I had somebody do some research for me. They came back, they gave me it's $1,100 for this tool, for this piece of equipment. I loved it. And then I started doing some more research. We got on the phone with the company to talk to them about it, and right away they go, we have a special going on right now, $795. Why do they discount it $400 almost? So instead of just saying, let's do it, I said, you know what, thank you so much. How long does that discount last for? They said, well, we'd like to know today. I said, well, I'm not going to make a decision today. So you're telling me you won't sell it to me now, next week if I call you? He says, no, of course we will. I said, okay, fine. And then what did I do? I told somebody on my team, do some more research on this. I find it very odd that somebody would discount it by $400 when I didn't even ask for a discount. Is this a piece of equipment refurbished now? Are people sending it back because there's a lot of defects or there's a lot of issues with it? What's the deal? So recognize these things. Don't give out your friends and family too soon. Don't give it out at all. Reverse engineer, rather, what the cost benefits are. What kind of ROI will they get by working with you and using you? Don't rush to give out your friends and family. And number 6, it's in red here. Hopefully you could read it. It says begging. Stop beg. Don't beg. I really would like to work with you, Michael. I really would like the opportunity to work with your company. Your organization, your industry fits so perfectly with what we do. I've been looking at your company for so many years. I've been following your organization for so many months. What you're talking about is exactly what we do. I really want to work with you. Stop. Please stop. Okay? Be confident and competent in who you are and in your organization, in your offerings. Speak and articulate with confidence, with authority, so that you can lead the person down to a path of success. The person should desire, at the end of a sales presentation and multiple follow-up meetings and a mutual understanding of benefits, the person should desire to take the next step, want to, because I want to work with this person. This person's going to get me there. Yes. Not this whole no, please, you're exactly who I want. I need your logo. No, we got to stop that nonsense. Okay, and a way to catch yourself throughout this, obviously ask yourself these questions and see if you're doing this right now, especially during this hard time. I get it, folks. But see if you're doing this and then kick back to this. Speak authoritatively, listen empathetically. I have a video out there, I do, on my YouTube channel called Sales. Stay true to that. Follow it closely. Because when you follow it and you focus on speaking authoritatively, listen empathetically, you don't allow yourself to get into this trap, into this habit of being so desperate. There's no room for desperate. There's no room for starving. You come across extremely professional, authority figure, and you execute in the game of sales. Folks, I hope this was helpful. I know it will be helpful. Apply it today. Think about it as you're going through your business. Yes, we're going through hard times, but no, it's not the end of the world. Let's go out and win in the game of sales. Cheers.